Alright, sorry about the delay. Hello everyone. We're back with more Dragon Quest XI. We're going to be working on some of these side stuff here for today. Knocking this out, if you will. Alright. So the one we're in right now is a Dragon Quest IX. It's actually a reference to the grotto system they use in Dragon Quest IX, where you find treasure maps and it opens up dungeons. You can actually do them with your friends. Which is why it's baffling to me that, to this day, they still do not have a remake of Dragon Quest IX on the Switch that you could play with your friends, or PlayStation, or Steam. You know? I sense a great power. You have found it, have you not? The fig? That's it. Thank you, friend. I never thought I would see the day when a mortal came to my aid, but I'm truly grateful. Please do me the honor of accepting this token of my gratitude. Benevolent. That's so. The fig fell from the observatory to the ground below, only to be discovered by a slime with dreams of being a dragon? Dear me. This is precisely why we keep such a careful watch over the sacred fruits, to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands. I still don't understand how it happened. I was holding it, then it was gone in the blink of an eye. How could I have prevented that? I sensed that an evil power was behind this, a power far surpassing my own meager abilities. I urge you to take care on your travels. There are dark forces abroad. Alright, I forget what Benevolence does. It's really good, though. Carrot's crystal formed from the gratitude in human hearts that can be used to create a magic blocking barrier. Okay, yeah, so when you use it, it casts magic barrier. That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna give that to my main dude. Okay, let's go back to here, and we're going to go to Quester's Rest. There's a few reasons why we're going to Quester's Rest in particular, because there's some a quest here that I have to finish. I wonder what the matter with Erin is. She hasn't been her usual sunny self of late. I am very underwhelmed, I must admit. I heard this place had one on Innie, so I was looking forward to enjoying some truly top-hole hospitality, but the innkeeper has a face like a wet weekend. Welcome to Patty's Party Planning Place, where adventurers seeking like-minded souls meet, mingle, and make merry. Hey, I know we just met and all, but I feel like I could trust you. I was wondering if you'd mind me bending your earbuds on this, but on my mind. Step around to this side of the counter, will you? I'm no innkeeper, I'm just some talentless girl who happened to be born to a one-time incredible entertainer. How did I ever manage to win an innie? The judges must have made a mistake. I'm not cut out for this. I think it might be time to get out of the innkeeping business once and for all. This establishment is run by a talented hotelier named Erin. She's always been very much on top of things, but recently the poor girl seems to have lost all interest in her work. I'm ever so worried about her. Nothing like this has ever happened before. There doesn't seem to be anything of much interest. Oh, it looks like one of the curious books. The Girl's Own Annual. Wait for the right moment to put it to use. Okay. I forget if we needed that. Erin over there has been my friend since forever. She's got innkeeping in her blood. A total natural. But for some reason, she lost her belief in herself. The kid won an innie, for Pete's sake. She's a boss. She just needs to remember that. Anyway, I've been mulling it over, and I think motivational literature might be the answer. The book I have in mind is about being a king. They say it can bring out the swaggering, self-assured ruler in anybody. I want you to find that book and bring it here to Erin. So I can give it to Erin. Will you do that for me, hon? Yeah, okay. That's great. I knew the second I saw you that you were the one for the job. Now, as to where you'll find the book, my gut feeling is that you'll need to look someplace that they really take the whole knightly chivalric thing seriously. There's nowhere like that around here, but maybe there is back where you can. Find a suitable castle, rifle through the bookshelves, and see what you can find. Okay, so... the infinite potential quest. Okay, so we are actually going to leave Tickington just for a moment to do this. There's two places I can think that are obsessed with chivalry, and that's Heliodor and Puerto Valor. Now, Heliodor, they did say go back to the castle, so we're gonna go back to the castle. We'll start with Heliodor, go to Puerto Valor after that. Alright, Heliodor Castle. So we'll start in these rooms. Little time one diary. Okay, so it's Jade's room. Jade's diary. It's not that one. Okay. Check over here. Okay, nothing in here. Nothing in that one. Alright. Check some of these other rooms. There's a book called King Carnelian Behind the Throne. Alright. I don't think this is it. Maybe it is. But I doubt it. Madrian geography is definitely not what we're looking for. Right? The other areas I think are downstairs in either Hendrik's room or Jasper's room. Here, taco. Hey, Mighty Armlet. We stole Hendrik's boxer shorts. There's a book called Justin's Armor. The mermaid princess led King Justin to deep beneath the waves to an undersea realm, where the citizens were engaged in a contest of strength, wrestling one another to be recognized as the strongest. If you can defeat my father, the princess told, he will grant you my hand in marriage. And thus the two kings fought, but so perfectly were these warriors matched that, though they wrestled for 7 days and 7 nights, neither could claim victory. So awestruck with the king of the ocean at the warrior king's might that he offered him not only his daughter's hand in marriage, but also one of the great treasures of his realm. From this treasure, a lustrous scarlet scale, as strong as steel and as slight as silk, the warrior king forged a beautiful suit of crimson armor. But he could not wed the princess, for he was a man of his word, and he had not defeated her father. He turned his back on his beloved, and, to her dismay, left the Undersea Kingdom, never to return. Alright, well that's one way to have things go, I guess. Poor Jasper, indeed, not. Alright, we got 3 books here. The binding is almost completely worn. You Justinian, The Secrets of Your Heart. Okay, let's come back to that later. National Treasures, number 106, Shield of Heliodor, okay. I already read through this book. A recipe book entitled The Devil's in the Details. I already know all those. Okay, that can't be it then. Damn, where else could this book be? Alright. Nothing particularly interesting about it. I should be able to move it. Where else could there be books in this kingdom? While we're here, there's a save point in the castle? There is. While we're here, there's been this horrible shadowy thing floating over above the courtyard lately. Apparently it's there right now on the other side of the door. Well, I'm not going anywhere near it. A dark form hovers in the air. What is that thing? It seems very interested in that tree for some reason. I wonder what it wants. Wait a second, is it just me or is that big root thingy wrapped around the tree glowing? I think you need to take a closer look, sir. I don't know if I'm strong enough to do this yet. I assume I, should be within the realm of possibility, but...
Why is it that you always thought yourself so much better than me? Why was it always you who was given the golden opportunities? Why was it always you who got just what you wanted? Why? Tell me why! Well, no more. I will be second best no longer. You will outdo me no longer, Hendrik. This time, it is I who have been chosen, and you who will fade into obscurity.
Obscurity.
Huh? So, what did we just see?
At the end there, that looked like the throne room in Heliodor. The place was a ruin. And that man Hendrik was doing battle with. Could it have been Jasper?
I cannot say for certain. Yet I have seen that scene before. Somewhere. This shadow. Could it have something to do with the visions we just witnessed? Come, we must go after it.
I know I'm here looking for a book, but I figure I may as well do this since we're in the area. Looks like one of the humanities from Dark Souls. The thing just floated into the kitchen. I'd heard the rumors, but I've never seen it for myself. And it went past me, a chill went right down my spine. It's not a ghost, is it? Well, whatever it is, I don't like it. Meiji Moggy here. It's got its tail and right old twist about something. It came flying out of the ladder a minute ago. It's been staring at the door and growling ever since. I didn't see it myself, but I reckon it must have been that black shadow thing everyone's been on about. Must have slipped in here while I weren't looking. You like the detail of the servants all panicking? Yeah, it's neat. I agree. It's gone. Something gave me the sense it was looking at the dresser. Of course, this is the dresser behind which lies the passage to the king's chamber. Only two people beside the king ever know none of its existence. I am one, and Jasper was the other. When we were boys, we would often get up to no good. We hatched a plan to sneak into the king's chambers, but he discovered it and reprimanded us severely. Truly, those were happy times. Jasper and I made a solemn vow that we would protect this kingdom together, and I truly believed that we would. No matter. Now we are here, and that shade must have led us here for a reason. It is trying to tell me something. That's right, we must go to Jasper's old room. There is something I need to see. Okay, well, I want to go up here because there could be... Okay. He wants us to go back to Jasper's room before we... Go. Surely someone else knows about the passage. Yeah. Surely someone has, you know, accidentally... That person just entered Sir Jasper's old chambers. My duty as a guard is to chase off any intruder, but this is beyond my pay grade. Besides, it sounds strange to say, but it seems at home in there. The Woe Journal. The entries are written in a neat hand. It is a month now since Hendrik returned from his training in Puerto Valor. In that short time, he has grown tall, and his bearing is now very much that of a knight. I asked that he sparred with me, but I was no match for him. He no longer is merely physically stronger. His sword skills have been honed to an extraordinary degree. But it was not his blows that hurt me the most. No, it was the way he reached out his hand with a smile to help me up after he knocked me to the ground, just as he did when we were children. While he was training, I was not idle. I threw myself into my studies, devouring tome after tome on military strategy. But it was never enough. Yet again, he surpassed me. We vowed to serve and protect this kingdom together, but perhaps he has forgotten this. Or does he view it as a childish promise, best consigned to the past with the memories of all we share? But I have not forgotten. I still imagine us fighting alongside the king to defend the honor of Heliodor. I will not let that dream die. I will do all I can to make it a reality. So this is Jasper's journal. He writes that his pride would never allow him to say. I must confess, I had no idea that this was how he felt. I see now that the darkness that consumed his heart had begun to gather much sooner than I cared to realize. I see now how my actions must have hurt him. If I am not mistaken, the apparition will appear next in the banqueting hall. Might I request that we go there and see if my intuition is correct? Why would you think that? That man's just walking around outside like, the fuck's going on in there? This is the dining hall. The fuck is the banqueting hall? Oh, the banquet hall is down there. Okay, hang on. Silly me. I thought the horrible thing had vanished, but it's back! This time it's in the banquet hall. Why not? Why can't someone tell me what's going on? That eerie apparition's back, and this time it's taking up residency in the banquet hall. It seems to be looking at something. Can it really be interested in the two-headed eagle of Heliodor? Normally that shadowy thing appears in some dark corner and then vanishes. Now it's parading around like it owns the place. I'm worried something funny's afoot.
It has been years now, since that fateful day, when the darkness first descended and tragedy befell Dundrasil, your home. Jasper and I stood together at the head of the force that succeeded in driving back the monsters and escorting King Carnelian to safety. Little did we know that the man we strove so hard to protect had already been possessed by the fiend Mordegon. Upon our return, His Majesty made me a general for my deeds that day. But I did not rescue him alone. Without Jasper's bravery, all would have been lost. I urged the king to recognize my old friend's valor, but he paid me no heed. Jasper was not rewarded for his bravery. He was ignored. Ostracized.
That sounds calculated.
This must have been Mordegon's plan all along. To wound Jasper, let the darkness fester in his heart, then use that resentment for his own ends. Why could I not see what my master had become? And why was I so blind to the darkness consuming Jasper's soul?
Darkness.
It is you. Come, We must see where it leads us next. I sense it has something important to tell us.
He senses it. I'm gonna save here as well, just so I don't have to redo all this. Should anything happen? There's something going upstairs, you know. I can't explain why, but something tells me about it just makes me feel sad. I have no idea what it is, but I'm certain that it is desperately trying to tell us something. The three knights are ignoring it. One of them's like, the fuck is that? I finally caught sight of the spooky apparition that's got the whole castle target. Well, upstairs to the next floor. The sinister apparition that has been haunting the castle seems to have taken a position on the balcony through the main doors. There's something mournful in that inky black figure, something that speaks to my muse. Perhaps I shall pen a melancholy ballad once this is all over. I'd hate working there if this kept happening. Yeah, Mr. Luminary, sir! Sir Hendrik, sir! The shadowy thing is on the other side of this door, sirs. I don't have the faintest idea what's going on up here. Perhaps it wants to enjoy the view from the balcony? No, can I get reassigned to another country? That reminds me of the people who are like, there's a spider in my house. Burn down the house. Burn it all down. Yeah, I don't know if my hand is strong enough to do this, but we're gonna try.
Back when we were young. Jasper, show yourself.
They say those the monsters take before they've finished their business in this life come back as bitter black spirits. Looks like that's what we're dealing with here. Aye, it's Jasper like as not.
Why? Why did this happen to me? Why?
Oh shit, he's handsome.
I'm sensing a horrible, ugly hatred. Careful, everyone.
I don't usually make it my business to fight vengeful spirits, but something tells me we don't have much choice. Let's do this.
This is not your fight. I must face him alone.
Hendrik, that's not the man you knew. It's nothing more than the darkness he left behind him.
A darkness I helped create. A darkness I must destroy.
I should have equipped the restorative on him.
Alone.
Well, maybe they'll give me a chance to equip.
To an end. Come, Jasper. It is time at last.
I don't think it's gonna give me a chance. Oh, look at that music, though.
Jasper, I must put an end to your suffering, once and for all.
Uh-oh. He's powered up.
think that you have fallen so far.
I'm actually gonna put desperate measures back up because this form did have a habit of critting me, and I don't know if that translates over to this, so we're gonna do that.
So this is the power of the darkness.
Okay, I'm stomping him really good here, so...
Jasper, can you hear me? When was it that our paths diverged?
Speaking of critting...
Were we truly once allies? My voice no longer reaches him. Your pain ends now.
There's something kind of hilarious about him, like... Hang on.
Again you surpass me. Again you outdo me. Again you leave me behind. The more you bathed in glory, the more brightly you shone, the more I receded into shadow. Do you know what it was that I always wanted? I wanted to be like you.
Jasper, you speak of surpassing me, but in truth it was I who always followed in your wake. I was robbed of my home, my family. I was alone. You were the one who spurred me on in their place, the light that guided me.
You are the same sentimental fool as ever, I see. You do remember that I betrayed you?
How could I forget? I am indeed a fool, but not for that. For not seeing before it was too late. If I had spoken to you, if I had listened, perhaps I could have saved you.
You knew. You always knew. We were born two very different souls. It was that difference that brought us together. As your light grew brighter, mine could only blacken in response. And before I knew it, I felt more kinship with the denizens of the dark you battled so righteously than I did with my own kind. The lure of evil grew, and before I knew it, I had passed the point of no return. I saw then what Mordegon saw, the beauty in the blackness. Shed no tears for me. I seek no sympathy. All I ask is that you answer one question. Do you still consider me your comrade and companion?
Always, friend.
How long I have waited to hear those words. Do you remember the pact we made as boys? Come. It is time we made good on our promise. The two-headed eagle cannot fly with just one wing. From this day forth, my spirit shall stand alongside yours. We will never be apart again.
And we will never be parted again. Look at that. Oh shit. His armor went Super Saiyan.
Oh.
That's one heck of a suit of armor. But then those two always were quite the combination.
Forgive my self-indulgence.
Nope, sorry, not forgiven.
But know that I have not forgotten my pledge. I shall be... No. We shall be your sword, your shield, your unswerving companions. My oldest friend and I. Together.
This is a very sweet questline, though. I really liked it. Good character building for Hendrik, but also... It doesn't
It was
redeem...
long in coming. Far too long.
It doesn't redeem Jasper, but it at least,
We are united at last.
lets his spirit rest. That makes sense? Like, Jasper was still a dick, but... It's Jasper's sword. From its pommel hangs the token of fealty, glinting in the light. Damn. Fucking shoves that into the stone. Alright, Hendrik, your outfit's not going to be that today, though. It is this one. You get to wear the gold one tomorrow. Alright. Well, Hendrik, yeah. Guys, I'll be right back, and then we got more Dragon Quest XI for you. We got about an hour left to stream, so we can get lots done.